Well, happy Thursday, Chris Hare, the crypto cowboy, bringing you another update on ICP. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do these about every night for a while. It looks like ICP is leading that AI coin charge. And so I want to keep up with it. I'm kind of interested in trading it, maybe interested in some spot, but the community's so engaging, it's worth doing it. They really appreciate what I'm throwing out. So we'll keep doing this. So if you want to keep up with these, go ahead and like the video, tap subscribe, hit the bell notification. You'll get updates as soon as we upload a video. And don't forget to leave us a comment. It helps the YouTube algorithm and it'll get us out to more ICP maxis like you guys. But we'll start off with the crypto fear and greed index, currently at a 24. Have came up just a little bit on this pump. Yesterday, a couple of days ago, we were at 20. But I use the fear and greed index to measure market sentiment. It tells us when people are scared and it tells us when people are euphoric. What I also use it for is I make little spot purchases every time we go into fear, and then I sell them off as soon as we start getting up into greed. And it's worked pretty well for me. I've been pretty profitable. When you hit these extreme fears, I really buy a little more, and then we just wait on it to go up, take profit in greed, and then it's happy days, we've made money. But I went ahead and did something. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. This is a bit Unix exchange, and I went ahead and put 60 bucks in Ethereum and 60 bucks in Solana. Did it today while the numbers were low, actually yesterday while the numbers were lower. And so we'll see what happens with this. We'll keep up with it. I'll show you every night, and we'll see if we can make some money. Maybe there's a point. And if you need an exchange to trade on, I can get you set up with BitUnix. There's a link in my description. I believe there's a cashback bonus on your first time deposit, and you'll get some sweet deals on your trading percentages. Well, we're going to move on over to an altcoin season index, currently at a 24. Yesterday, I think we were at a 25, so we pulled back into Bitcoin season just a little bit. Hasn't affected ICP at all. It's just absolutely decided to take off, which is good. But what we need to see is this to get up into the lighter blues and darker blues, kind of like we did last month where we were at 63. And then everybody remembers November, the face melting run into December. We were all the way up to an 87. We'll get into the charts now. This is the liquidation heat map. This is what market makers use to track liquidity. They move the charts and just chase liquidity up and down. And you can see there's not much left to the top side. It's made a great run, but what I think now is they'll come back and grab this liquidity. How far they come, we'll break that down in the charts. But cumulatively, we've got about $1.66 million worth of short trades alongside 12.3 million, so a clear imbalance, almost 11 times. So they're going to come down, grab this liquidity. We know that. The question is how far, and then where do we go from there? Well, we'll start off on an ICP 4-hour chart. Going to break it down, show you where we've been. Looks like right around a few days ago, probably Friday, this thing just took off, just absolutely ripped, went all the way up to the 4-hour extensions. Impressive, and nothing moves in straight line, guys. So now we're looking at a retest here. What I think we're probably going to do, we're probably going to come down, retest this 200 or this 50 moving average. This is a 200 smooth moving average. It takes 200 of these candles and puts a fluid line on the chart. Works as excellent support and resistance. And you can see the 50 simple and the 50 smooth moving average are right below it. They take 50 of these candles, put fluid lines on the chart, do the same thing as the 200. But they're both lined up here right around 394. So I think that's probably a pretty good point. Your 200 sits at about $4, somewhere in here, 394 to 339. Looks like a pretty good bounce point. If we do lose that, I think you're headed back down to 250 to 191 and fill this wick out. Moving on the daily, it's going to give you a better understanding. I did add something to the charts tonight. These are moon phases. So every time you get a white dot, it's a full moon. Every time you get a blue dot, it's a new moon. And you can see a pattern here. When we print a full moon, price action kind of works up. When we get a new moon, works down. New full moon, up. New moon, down. You can see the pattern here. We got a full moon here. It printed one small candle, but it's not entirely accurate. But my buddy Leisurefish, you'll find him in the crypto school along with me, where I post charts and signals and everything else. He keeps up with this, and I usually refer to him when we get close, and it's worked. You can see we had a full moon. And we pumped all the way up to the daily 200. So now I think we have that retest we talked about. 538 to 449 looks like a pretty good bounce point. That's going to be a retest of the 50 moving averages, which we like to see. If we do lose that, like I said, $3 to 232 would be your targets. What we want to see here is we want to see some consolidation in this daily zone. and then a bounce. That puts us up 797 to 891. Moving out on the weekly, you can really see where we're going from there. Looks like a pretty bullish move. Working on reclaiming those 50 moving averages on the weekly now. That's ultra bullish, guys. Then we're headed north. 1349, 1685, 26.41 to 33.25 if we can get up to those extensions. That's a pretty good return from here. That's about a 5x from here. So I would take it and run. That's really good. That gives you a pretty good idea on ICP for the day and for the next couple of days. But like I said, I'm going to keep updated on these charts every day. I post them in the crypto school along with some signals. You guys have seen that before. I've posted my returns. We made some really good money just earlier this week. But you'll find the link to that in my description as well. You'll also find that link to BitUnex and a link to my X where I post random thoughts throughout the day. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, like, subscribe, tap the bell notification, leave us a comment. We really enjoy reading them. It helps the YouTube algorithm, and it gives me an idea of what you guys are really looking for. But I'm going to wrap this up for tonight, or for today. I've said enough already. Chris Hare, the world champion crypto cowboy, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you down the road.